Hello everybody, my name is Sean Clark, bringing you another tutorial video. Thank you to Alienware, of course, who have helped me and provided me with the equipment that I can provide you with a Protoss tutorial, so thank you to them. And if you haven't seen the first tutorial, which was the Zerg one, please do go ahead and check that out. That was the first of this 3 tutorial series, and we're going to be copying that. So we're going to be going into Bronze League. This is a brand new account once again, so 5 placement matches have been lost by Team Dignitas, and then we will be continuing from the Bronze League up. First of all, we have to go in and check the settings, so we'll do that very, very shortly, and then we're going to have an overview of what we're going to do as Protoss against each race. So against Protoss, against Terran, and against Zerg, and then we're going to go ahead and ladder and just try and play as safe and as solid and as stable as can be. I'll provide you guys with some very simple basic builds that you can go ahead and take notes of and copy yourself, and then we'll see how things go. So let's go ahead and get this underway. So first of all, always, as soon as we go in, we're going to go ahead and check the options. So graphics low, that is exactly what you want. I'll just go over that for you guys. Graphics on low. You don't want them on medium or high. You want to keep the game as simple as can be. If we're playing for educational purposes, that's the reason for it. If you're playing for entertainment values, then go ahead, set it on high. Or if you're watching a high quality stream, set it to 1080p. Go ahead. But when we're learning the game, let's keep it black and white as much as can be. Sound, don't need to touch that. Voice, don't need to touch that. Controls, don't need to touch that. Unit status bars on. I always have it on always. I feel it's better that you can micro and see low health units and structures and so on. It's very important to micro, pulling units back and target firing and so on. We have save all replays. Very important to have that on, actually, to save every single game you play. Because if you go ahead and play it, like let's say you come home from work and you play an hour and you lose 2 games within that hour and you win the rest, you want to actually go ahead and review the 2 games you lost to find out why you lost and can you prevent that from happening again. So it's very important to do that. The game timer, of course, on, and that's about it really. Have the privacy options on as well, and we can pretty much go ahead and overview onto the matchups. So as you can see, we are in Bronze League here. We'll start off with Protoss versus Protoss. So in this matchup, I think there's going to be obviously some random builds. Maybe once we start to have some decently known players that can kind of know builds, should I say, we'll probably walk into some 4 gates or cannon rushes or something along those lines. So we're going to open up with a 3 stalker rush, which means we're just going to get 3 stalkers out as fast as possible and use them to deny scouting, to prevent his forward probe, and so on. And from there on out, once we've got these 3 stalkers out, we are just going to go ahead and probably just throw down a 3rd gateway and a robotics facility to get the observer out and the mortals out, and just a very basic composition. And then we'll scout and react from there on out. Against Zerg, we're just going to be, aside from Taldrum Altar, I think every single map we're just going to gateway expand. So triple gateway, 3 gateways into an expansion. On Taldrum Altar, we are going to go ahead and forge fast expand. And from there on out, we're simply going to use hallucination. It's a very cheap and an awesome upgrade, should I say. You can chrono boost that out once, and then you can scout all game long. Very, very important, because as Protoss, it is difficult to scout. Observers are easily denied, and let's just go ahead and do that. And then in the mid game, we'll decide on what we want to do depending on how the game goes. But probably safe, robotics facility, working on upgrades, and so on and so on. Against Terran, pretty much 3 gateway expand every single matchup. There's no reason to 1 gateway expand and put yourself on the tracks, I suppose, because you don't know what an opponent's doing. A lot of players in this league are going to wall themselves in a lot, I think. So it's probably better just to play safe, and then after we've expanded, get that robotic facility out so we can get the observer to find out what is truly going on behind closed doors. And that's about it, really. Against random play as well, we'll just have to scout early. Right, let's get ready to play our first game in the Protoss tutorial. Let's see who we get. We get a Diamond League player. I'm like, no! It's not how the video is meant to work. Alright. So, player has been found. It is Unreal. The Zerg player favored on Taldrum Altar. So we are going to open up with a Forge Fast Expand. Oh no, we're not, because we're not playing Unreal, because he decided to leave the game. Oh well, let's go ahead and, well, there's 1 win for us already, so cracking up the leagues nice and fast. Right, game number 2. If we keep up with that, we're going to be in platinum before we finish this video. So let's hope that doesn't happen again. Alright. Another Zerg player who is slightly favoured. Of course, when you see somebody, when you're heavily favoured against them, you instantly leave. Low league strategy. Alright. So on this map, it is going to be a gateway expansion, not Forge. This is the new map, so this is Season 5. It's one of the 2 new maps. I don't have a strong opinion on it yet, because I haven't played that much. I kind of dislike it a little bit for Protoss, because it is hard to defend that natural. Against Zerg, especially with flank attacks and so on. Let's hope he doesn't leave. Say good luck. He doesn't leave. And let's just go ahead and play. So first of all, we're going to scout after 9. Build that pile and then go scout. As you can already see, I'm starting to just pair up these probes just a little bit, kind of force them to mate, I suppose you could say. Put them on the same mineral field and making them stay there. Let's go ahead and pull this probe down very, very shortly as we reach 9 supply. And we want to pull it off about 50 minerals or so. Gives us enough kind of like travel insurance, I suppose, to get all the way over there. And we're going to build the pylon. So, pylon has been constructed and we go scout. The reason for my pylon here and not back here, which you see probably a lot of the time, is simply preference. I like to wall off with a gateway here and then cybercore alongside it and then have a zealot wall off. You can wall off the other way as well, either's fine. So we're going to go 12 gateway and we're going to just chronoboost once, go for the 12th probe as you can see, and then we're going to build that gateway. I don't know what that means. Never mind. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull that probe now so we can get there in time, ready to build that 12 gateway. And then we just cut probes a little bit to get that in. Build it there, send a shift click back, remember, always shift click back so you can just get back nice and fast, and then chrono boost the second time onto that nexus. And then build another probe, and then we'll take the gas very, very shortly. It may look like I'm playing really fast, but actually it's very simple. Because you can see my hotkeys laid out 1, 3, 4, 5, you just double tap to get back really fast. Double tap 1, double tap 3, double tap 1, double tap 3. So it actually looks really fast, but in reality it's very, very simple. So we'll just scout around to check when his pull should be going down very, very shortly here. So we don't need to worry about anything. And we do notice that he's taken our gas. This doesn't really mean too much. There's the spawner pool. Let's just go hide this probe now over here. When somebody steals your gas, you don't have to... Oh, I need to get a probe over there. Build the cybercore. You don't have to worry too much. In this instance, I just go ahead and build 2 zealots, because what he's trying to do is hinder your gas income, right? So just build a second zealot, and that should be okay. And you just go back to sentry count like normal after that. You can even spend 1 chrono boost into it, because we only use 2 chrono boosts so far in this game. Usually you see a lot of players open up with 3, but just opening up with 2 gives you that flexibility to use a second one against anything early on, any pressure or something. So we'll get that second zealot straight away. So 1 zealot to kill the extractor, second zealot to wall off like normal. And then we should be building a pylon very, very shortly here. And then we can go ahead and think about adding on these extra gateways very, very shortly. We get the research warp gate and chrono boost it. And this probe over here, the reason why we sent it over there to hide was so that we can scout if any all-in is coming or anything funky. And we can see if he's expanded. We can even build a pylon there shortly. And just to be ultra cool with that, because then we can use that later on. To warp in from, to scout from, and so on and so on. So we'll do that very, very shortly. First of all, we want to focus on getting these gateways down. So, let's take the second gas now, and now we just have this extra zealot, which is fine. So, almost at 300 minerals, then we can throw these gateways down, and then we'll throw the pylon down up here, as we need another pylon very, very shortly. So, 1, 2, shift click back. And then let's grab that probe, just move it out so we don't get blocked in, build a pylon, and then let's go scout. Chrono boost the cybercore, and we can get another sentry. And keep the probes up, and we'll go into gas. Queue another probe, and let's, go scout. Wow, that was funny. Alright, so there's the hatchery. So we know that he's expanded now. Let's just go check his gas count, because we want to know if he's got speed and... Oh, he's trying to pull around. Maybe he's trying to deny something. He has mined a lot of gas. So he's got speed and enough banked up right now to build something else soon. So that's okay though, we're fine still. Let's go ahead and expand now. And we can turn these all to warp gates in a few seconds. And it doesn't matter about that probe dying in the top left. We got what we needed to see. And now let's go expand. So pull these guys there. We can warp in another round in a second, build a pylon here, and just use that as a bit of a wall off a little bit. Send this guy back to work. Just warp in some additional sentries and wait for that pylon to finish, and we continue with sentry production. So right now, very safe. Hide your units behind the pylon in a pocket, so if units do come, we're safe, we can force field, and we can always move down to start to prevent any Nexus cancels or anything. So right now we can chrono boost into this, and also we want to chrono boost into hallucination. We talked about that. Scouting, very important to do so. Alright, we can warp in another sentry and a zealot, just to be safe. Keep building probes, another pylon as well. And we're looking pretty good. Alright, so I don't want, usually at my league I'd push out right now to force a bit of pressure, but you don't need to do that at this league at all. So just get ready to send probes down shortly. Hallucination is almost ready. So let's go ahead and send these guys down now pretty much. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just splitting the probes up so they kind of mine efficiently as soon as they come down. Let's go ahead and chrono boost into that again. And we don't need a pylon because the Nexus is going to give us some supply anyway. And the timing is just about right for that. Oh, a little bit off, but send these guys to work. Let's get that hallucination out very, very shortly. So CX on the keyboard, send the Phoenix in. And what we're looking for now is, has he gone layer or is he not? You know, how many drones does he have? And so on and so on. So let's swap in some units, get a couple of pylons. And we'll throw down the robotics facility as well. And get the observer out, very important. We can chrono boost into the Nexus again, that's fine. Alright, so evolution chamber, no layer, no second gas. Let's see his natural and then his third base. Second gas is here, spine crawler, not that many drones, and then we'll check his third base. And what do we see up here? Probably not a lot again. A couple of pylons and no base. That's fine. So we'll start to kind of build a forge now and just go into the next stage. We didn't need to get a forge super early because we have that many sentries. We can hold pretty much anything off. And with all these lings come in, just force fields. You can pull probes to the side and then just force field them in. But with all that stuff, he doesn't have enough, even though it was a lot. And he's wasted a lot of money in building those units. So now, let's just go ahead and tech up. Let's keep our units here. We can as well extend the wall a little bit with a pylon, so we can just singly force field and wall ourselves in there. And let's go ahead and get that observer out. And that's cool. Alright, we can probably... Yeah, is that, oh, not quite a wall off, but it's going to help a little bit. Into the gas. Let's check the probe count in the main. A little bit heavy, so let's just get rid of that. I do see the overload, don't worry. Let's get rid of that now as well. And we probably just tech up to Colossus, really. Play it kind of standard. And I'm not even scared to kind of show it, really, either. Let's get these upgrades flowing, though. We can send a single Zealot on that top pylon now, just to check what he is doing. Has he expanded up there yet? And we can also add on more gateways, too. So 1, 2, 3, back to mining. Chrono boost the forge. Single Zealot, check, and then go down to his natural. And we can even just use the observer now to check his tech inside his main base, but it should be pretty straight up. Everything's cool. So let's build a pylon up here. No third base, no third base. So he's still on 2 base. Is he taking this gap? Excuse me, no. And spine crawler, so he's got a layer now down there, so that's fine. Swap in some zealots. Get that Colossus pumping. Don't want too many probes queued up, do we? So let's chrono boost the Colossus out and chrono boost Thermal Lance. And we'll probably just push out with like 2 Colossus or something. As you can see, not much going on in the main, not much on the natural either. And yeah, it's pretty cool so far. Pretty straightforward. Swap in some units though, because we are going to push out soon. Twilight Council can be thrown down now. It should be... Oh, okay, that's a bit weird. He just force field. Oh, that's a bad force field. Never mind. It's okay though. That wasn't the best force field. I thought I kind of walled that off properly, but I guess not. Anyway, let's where's these gateways? Turn these to warp gates. Build a couple of pylons. Even though we're 95-124, that's absolutely fine to build more stuff. Build more pylons, sorry. We'll just wait for... Let's check these. Only one there. One here. And we got a lot of probes. So we can actually go ahead and expand as well. So we can expand and then push out shortly because another failed attack. Always Nexus, then pylon. And then we're going to build a second pylon by the rocks to see if he's coming that way too. Got a Colossus out now. We can go +2 attack. And just chrono boost that blink maybe as well. More lings on the way, +1 attack. So we're just going to sit tight and get ready to force field this time, unlike that previous one. And just keep building probes. Get another Colossus out in a few seconds. Okay, so he's not killing the rocks right now. That's fine. Build another pylon here. Maybe a gateway, or pylon and then gateway maybe. That's okay though. It does kind of limit it a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and just chrono boost out the upgrade. Get another Colossus. Supply is looking good. Let's add on more production though for sure. So let's add on like 4 more gateways or something, because we're about to take a new base here. So we want to build the extra gateways before we expand. Oh, and incoming again. Simple force field. Actually, we're gonna trap a lot of stuff here. And where's that production? That's okay for gateways. And then after we've killed this, we can pretty much move out now. Just chrono boost this last Colossus, I guess. Transfer from here because we've got that many probes, because we're good at building probes. And all we're doing is just cycling through, building probes all the time. Still got a decent probe count down there actually, so waypoint everything over. Get our last few units and then let's go. So where's this last Colossus? Let's push out. He's building more units. We've got 2 Colossus now. Oh, some units here. Chrono boost the upgrade out. Keep pushing out. Keep building units. And in a few seconds, these are going to be ready. Oh dear. So needs to warp gateways, warp gates. Bring the observer down so we can clear creep as well at the same time. Build a pylon. Build another. I don't know why you're there. Okay, let's push out into the gas. Oh, I seem to be misclicking. So just against all these links and stuff, you just have to force field. So like just cut them in half, and it doesn't matter about anything else. You got so much money that you can just warp in a bunch more stuff and push up. So let's chrono boost in that forge again, get that +3. Ooh, there we go. And because we're at +2, there's nothing he can do. You can warp in zealots on that right pylon too, and just go up. If Casey has a 3rd base up there, but it looks like GG. And yeah, there's his 3rd base. We can just kill that. And that looks like your first game, so GG. A little victory dance, and then we can get ready to play game number 2. Alright, game number 2 underway. We're probably looking about 70 minutes past 6, probably looking at 2-3 more games depending on how long they are. They're fast ones, especially in PvP. Is probably the shortest matchup in entire of Starcraft actually. It's probably faster than Zerg vs Zerg now as well. Alright, let's go. What are we going to play against? Another Zerg player. So same map again, exactly the same again, just play straight up solid, no mistakes. 9 pylon scout, say good luck, not have fun because it's a bit unfair Bronze League against Master League I guess, so we won't say have fun because it's not fun. I guess it's not fun, but I'm sorry, I have to make these videos for you guys. Alright, so we're going to go up to 9 supply in probes. There's our 9th probe, and then we go ahead and we're going to pile on gateway cybercore again, and then just 12 gateway and just 2 chrono boost, and pull off now, a little bit late actually because it's talking. Build the pylon. As you can see, it's just there, you see? There. And then shift click down and scout immediately. Because if he is 6 pulling you or something, you want to know straight away. Because then you can build the gateway, and then instead of the gas or anything, you just go ahead and build a forge. And then wall yourself in with pylon, gateway, forge. Chrono boost to zealot out, build a cannon, don't mind gas, and you're all happy, so. Alright, so just a single chrono boost, and then the 12th probe is going to be your gateway, and then we can chrono boost again. So double tap 3, double tap 1 or 5. Alright, let's pull this guy down. Second overlord, so there's no 6 pull coming. You know that because he's built the second overlord. Shift click back to mining. And let's just come around. There's the first overlord by the looks of it. Or maybe that was the first one down here and that was the second one. I don't know. Either way, second chrono boost can come down now. And let's just, I don't want you to focus too much on the probe. I just want you to go down and maybe just patrol move here. Because if you focus too much on the probe, mistakes like not having that gas guy here going shift clicking back to minerals. So I don't want you to focus too heavily on these simple things like scouting. Just go in, get your scouting information, don't control it, just come back. So I'll show you. Get your guy, go in, scout the importance, come back to your base, go into gas. And then we should be getting ready to build that cybercore. So what do we see? Nothing yet. Build the cybercore, and he's attacking one of our probes, so that's not going to be allowed. He's actually, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I just lost the probe in Bronze League. Oops. Sorry. Alright, no gas. Oh no. Second gas. I try to play slow for you guys, and without playing fast, and then I play slow, but I play bad. Alright, never mind. Doesn't matter, we've lost a single probe. Stop laughing. Anyway, let's build that Zealot. He got the second gas before the Zealot as well, so we can get the sentry count nice and high. And we'll poke in again to see if he's taking gas yet. Cybercore, Chrono Boost, into gas. Lings, standard, just see if you can get the gas. No, just one gas scout, so that's fine. Second pylon. Ooh, get rid of that probe. Second pylon, another probe. Sentry queue it up. We can probably just kill the drone first before we go. Oh, not quite, never mind. Cybercore. Just hold him here, because he might try and drag me off or something. Always hold position there. I've actually lost games in Massively because I forgot to put it on hold position, so it's very important. And then just press H on the keyboard to do that. Meanwhile, just going to get hallucination straight after the Cybercore research, because we need to know what's going on. I have no idea what this guy's doing at the moment. Second sentry, and let's go find that drone. And then we'll add on the second, third gateway in a few seconds here. There it is. So, Chrono Boost to Cybercore again in a second. Get this drone. Yep. Cybercore, one more probe, and then double gateway. 1, 2, shift click back. And then I like to hide my sentry count. He knows we've got 1, but he doesn't know of 2, and I doubt people probably they don't think like that at this lower league, so I don't want to overcomplicate things. But I just like to, you can just click him here, and if he comes, bring them back again. One more Chrono Boost into that, and that's done. And then we can immediately go into hallucination too. See, straight into hallucination, and then we can get ready to move down with a probe. So, and the Zealot. So probe, 2 sentries, Zealot, and a 3rd sentry coming out shortly. Keep the probe production up. Oh, actually, we stop it now just to get the Nexus down on time. Everything's looking cool, so we'll just go ahead and expand. Just wait a few seconds. There. That's cool. Just attack move into that. If he tries to kill, that's fine. Okay, come back. And immediately just go ahead and turn these to gateways. And sit pretty here, warp in some sentries, and then we'll go ahead and build that pylon to extend the wall off a little bit. And then last one. Where is it? Oh, I didn't turn it. That's why. Alright, we just build the pylon now then. So we'll go ahead and build a pylon to kind of extend the wall a little bit. And then you can just click. And then so CX on the keyboard builds a Phoenix, because it's hallucination, then Phoenix, and then let's go scout. Meanwhile, you can Chrono Boost into this now a little bit. You can throw down the robotics facility shortly, but not quite yet. Just want to pump out the probes and a couple more units, just to be ultra safe. And then we build that forge when he comes down, I guess, now. We can build it now. Let's go in. Layer, second gas, roach warren, 1 base. No, it should be by 2 by now. Should be, yeah, 2 base. Not that many drones, though. Wasted units. So we're not going to poke at him at all, because he's built units that he doesn't need. He should have been droning, right? So we don't need to poke out. So just keep on droning. We can go ahead and build that robotics facility now. And we may actually want to incorporate some Immortals into our play. Immortal Blink is a very strong combination, actually. You'd be surprised at the kind of results you can get with that. Let's go ahead and just cannon up. We'll probably cannon here is fine. We can Chrono Boost one more time, get the +1 attack, Chrono Boost that as well. And then we just sit pretty really in our mineral line. Because he can't do anything if we sit there. We can force field like last game and so on. Let's go ahead and start making that wall off, I think is probably important on here. We can start to make it down here. Keep your pro production up. Let's build another Phoenix. So CX on the keyboard, Phoenix down, pro production again. Chrono Boost into that. Get some gas. We'll probably just take to Colossus shortly as well. It's like before. Nice and simple build. Let's check for his 3rd base first and then get that observer out. Probably need a pylon. So, no 3rd base. Probes are 2 probes, 2 lines of probes, and 1 probe is fine. Very little drones and hydras. Okay, that's going to be cool because we're going Colossus anyway. So, let's scoot across, and he doesn't have that many drones in his main base either. There's the hydra den. So that's fine. Let's just go into the gas now. We probably want to build just another cannon this side because he doesn't have many drones. So he may try to attack at a weird time before we get Colossus out. So just be safe. Meanwhile, we can just add a few more zealots and then probably think about getting that Twilight Council again a little bit late. You want to be throwing the Twilight Council down on 50% of the Forge, upgrading the first, or with the first upgrade, because then it'll finish in time to build +2 attacks straight away. We can add on additional gateways too. 1, 2, and 3. And pylons, oopsie daisy. And let's just go find out what his unit's on the natural first. Colossus now can be made. Chronobus, Thermal Lance out, and then Colossus. +2 can begin shortly. Oh, see, very easily sniped. So that's why you want to be using Phoenixes, because they're so good, fake Phoenixes. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and get that first Colossus out and pumping. Oh, not enough gas. Don't want Zealot charge, that's why. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn these to warp gates very, very shortly. And get that +2 attack out. No third base. Oh, don't want to lose this again. Oh, crap. Alright, that was bad. Never mind. Just warping some Stalkers now, and let's go take a third base. Because right now, look at our natural. We have 2 lines and a little bit more. That may have some gas guys in there. But we have oversaturation there. This is when you expand. So a lot of people in the lower leagues are always like, when do I expand, man? It's a natural time. It happens naturally if you build probes consistently, because you just have enough probes to go over there and do that. So let's also build one more pylon here to check if, like previously, to check if he tries to blow the rocks down. And we're going to leave the probe here to build production before we saturate the base. Because then when you get that influx of money through saturating it, you don't spend it in production, you spend it in units that you can build straight away. So we can add on like 4 more gateways, and then we can just go back. So we're at a total of 10 gateways now, and 10 gateways in a second when these go to warp gates, sorry, and 1 robotics facility. Keep Chronoboost in the Forge, and build another. Probably want to just keep tabs on him in terms of expansions, so we'll build 2. So we'll do expansions and also tech, because we want to know if he's teched up to Hive, because then we can push out and so on. Meanwhile, we can get ready to transfer across. So transfer, gas, shift click into there. I don't need that many probes. Let's build some units now. Another pylon here, aggressive pylon, so we can actually warp in at the front. Okay, the third base, cool. Does he tech to anything yet? No, not really. Just very low drone count, so we can push out very, very shortly here. Okay, this is a very small army compared to ours. So let's just get the rest of these gateways up and working. Waypoint all your Nexus over there so you can fill that up and go into gas straight away. Why build these simulators if not going to go in straight away? And let's just pump out some more pylons and then we can go. Well, we can go now. Probe's not working. Alright, let's go. At the same time, when you push out, you usually want to go ahead and just clear. Oh, that's why I walled myself in. Oops. Mistake! Let's get that +3 attack then before we go. And I'm all walled in here as well. Oh, I'm not walled in there. It's here. Ah. Base management. So bad. Alright, so usually, as I was saying, you can clear this base and expand here as you push out, because your main base is not that far from being mined out, so you can expand there rather fast. Alright, let's warp in some more units then. Excuse me. A lot of zealots. You do want to bring an observer with your army. That's a mistake I made now, so that you can clear creep, but right now we can't, so we just wait for these zealots to come down, because it is scary going on to creep, really. It is a scary thing. Let's add on more production again, because our money is high and we've got space to do so. And just chronoboost out this observer, chronoboost that +3. Don't really need to worry about flank attacks, because nobody in this league is really going to do it. And even if they do, you can just go ahead and warp in units. On your 4th base, always just build a lot of cannons, because that's the thing that you can't really defend. You can warp in elsewhere, but you don't really want to warp in anywhere else. Oh, let's push down now. Warp in from here and just look to fight, because we're miles and miles ahead, miles and miles, especially with our upgrades, which are almost at +3. So let's push down this flank. This is a very dangerous area for Zerg players, so he allows us to get there, and that's why it's dangerous, because you can force field like a madman down here. And we just warp in, always W, and then just warp in from the closest pylon, which is quite far away. And then we just sit here and we force field happy all day long. Look at that. You know, very annoying. Guardian shield up, more zealots coming in, and then we can transfer from our main shortly. Yeah, very, very annoying for him, and you see he has to pull his drones away. It's a frustrating location, this for sure, and we can force field again, get the extra zealots in, maybe build another Colossus, and now we send these to warp gates, and we can just warp in again and pretty much max out. Ooh. There we go. Well, not max out, 160, but you know what I mean. It clears the Colossus, but at the end of the day, we've got too much stuff. It's well upgraded. We have Blink, which I didn't really use in the fight, but we can come down with that. Transfer from the main, you can just shift-click them down, take the gas, and so on. And you just out-macro your opponent, really. We didn't do anything special. We just played straight up. We didn't do any funky attacks. We just straight up, man. And all we focused on was production, which is very high, and we can even add on more. When you get close to being maxed out, just add on more production. Very easy. And then you all of a sudden you have like a million gateways you can just do that from. And you trust me, you will notice the difference when you start adding on that production. Alright, game 2 down. And Darksider was top 8 in Bronze League, so advancing rather fast. Oh, rank 1 in Bronze League already. Nice and fast. And let's continue into game 3, and we are rank 9 now. So, 2 Zerg players. Will we face a Protoss? Will we face a Terran? But I do hope that you are enjoying this tutorial no matter what. Helping you guys out as Protoss players. And surprisingly, even on my Zerg tutorial, a lot of you weren't actually Zerg players, so that's cool. So, hello, non-Protoss players. Alright, Ket's a favoured Protoss player. This is the other new map for Season 5, and this is actually, again, a very large map. Though, it doesn't matter that much here. Even if we spawn, let's see where we spawn. If your opponent spawns kind of next to you, it's actually not that big of a base, because if you think about it, from your natural here, it's really not that far to his natural. So, we still want to be playing our 3-Stalker Rush, though. It's very good on this map, too. And the thing is that, unlike the other maps from Season 4 and before, is that I kind of know exactly where pylons are more or less likely going to be placed. On this map, I have no idea where anybody's going to put pylons to try and hide it. So, that's something that we have to be super careful about. Oops, super careful about. When scouting around with those 3 Stalkers, because we have to find that pylon if he does place it down. If he pushes out with the Zealot, Stalker, and Probe for the 4 gate, then you can really abuse that with 3 Stalkers, because you're going to beat that down so incredibly hard. Alright, so let's go ahead and just focus on the build. So, Chrono Boost once, 12 gateway, build the gateway that is, and then Chrono Boost the second time, and then just play it normal. And instead of getting a Zealot, or instead of getting the second gas, whichever you do normally, you just build the second gateway. And that's the build. It's very, very simple. So, build the gateway. Okay, we found it nice and early. Cool. So, you can harass his probe trying to build the gateway, actually. And we're actually... I don't know. We're going to win that. We're going to win. Yeah! Alright, so his gateway is very, very late here. Look at this. He hasn't even built it yet. Very, very late. Get our gas. We're actually miles ahead already. So, to be honest, I don't need to stick around right now. I'm just going to run away. We've done enough damage just by killing a single probe. And all we need to do now is just poke in again about 3 minutes or 3 minutes 50-ish before the Stalker comes out. Just to see what he has in there. Because the Zealot, we can run past the Zealot quite easily. I'm just going to use this guy here to build this. Back into gas. I don't think we used a second Chrono Boost, or did we? Yeah, we did. We did. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Okay, I had to work that out then. Alright, so instead of the Zealot or second gas, we build that second gateway. So, as you can see now, we are reaching 150 minerals. We can go and pull this guy and build that second gateway. And then just go back to pro production. So now we've got these 2 gateways out. It goes 1 Stalker, then 2 Stalkers at the same time, basically. That's the build. We want to stop probes at 20 supply, because I'll show you why in a second, but you'll see. So Chrono Boost, not into the Cybercore, surprisingly. We want to be able to put it into the Stalker. This is why it's called 3 Stalker Rush. So let's get that out. Alright, so we stop here because at 22 supply, if we build another probe, that builds us at 23. Then we can't get the 3 stalkers out because 3 stalkers are 6 supply. So if you take away this stalker, it puts us on 20 supply. We didn't go in before the stalker come out, never mind. But you know what I'm saying is that you understand, hopefully. You won't be able to build 3 stalkers if you build a probe. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, so now he can't scout us. He physically cannot scout us. We immediately build a second gas and pile on. And we go in, and he doesn't have a stalker yet because he's a little bit slow. He has double gas. Okay, so not too much is happening here. And I don't think he's going to be aggressive because he's taking this double gas. There's another gateway and 2 gateways. So it looks like just 3 gateways. So that's fine. We can add on our 3rd now, go into the gas as well. And we don't have to be as active, surprisingly, with these stalkers. But we can put a bit of pressure on with them. Because we know he isn't doing any aggression, we don't need to scout around for a hidden pylon or anything. We want to get the probes all the way up to 2 and a bit. And we can add on that robotics facility and pylon now. It's pretty safe. And we don't need to build any units right now because we have map control in these stalkers that he can't push out. So we don't need to build anything. So let's poke it now. We're going to build straight first an observer and then a mortal. We'll poke up a little bit, pull this down, and you can just attack it. You simply just pull back the ones he's hitting just by with the cursor or anything. So poke it again, you turn these to gateways. We let him in, but... And 4 gateways total and Twilight Council. So it looks like some blink kind of play. So we actually don't need an observer. So in this regard, we just chrono boost out an immortal and we'll push out with like 2 immortals and we'll be able to beat that. And if we chrono boost both times into the immortal, we're going to be able to just push there before blink is done. So chrono boost the immortal out, start warping in units, get those pylons. I think we're actually low on probes a little bit. No, actually that's fine. Okay, so let's just wait now. And we just chrono boost that second immortal. Build 1 more pylon because immortals are 4 supply, it's such a pain. Get the other immortal out. And then build the second immortal. We probably want to... We can get 2 sentries because then we can hold the stalkers in place before they have blink. And then the immortal comes out, so we'll just tear through. But the rest we just need to wait for this pylon and then we'll go. So we can bring a probe already. Warp in the last... oh, actually we want to wait for this immortal, don't we? So just kind of boost that immortal out. Whoops. Swap in another couple of units. Then we'll go. And the only reason I'm pushing out now is because I know that he's not going to have blink. Because he went 4 gateways, then blink. And blink's going to be really delayed. So we definitely have an opportunity to hit a timing. So we'll go now. You can build an additional pylon before you leave. 53 out of 58, so it's probably best to do so. Because you can warp in your last round of units to max you out in supply. And then we can just rebuild over here somewhere. Alright. Oh, looks like he's coming to us. That's kind of cool. So, very simple. He comes to us with our timing, so I guess that makes life easy. Just warp it. Oh no, that doesn't make life easy. So we just go ahead and just warp in 2 stalkers to deal with that. And you can just target them down. Warp in a zealot as well. And make sure he can't micro, and we just warp to his base. And that should be that. See? We can even build a sentry. Sometimes when I push out, I build a sentry. Because then he can't do flanks and stuff. So even though we're going to just go kill him now, you can build a sentry here in a second when we get on supply capped. Or not even supply capped, just warp cooldown thing. Alright, and that's him dead. So let's just build a sentry here. And in case he does come, we can just force field or build 2 sentries. And that's GG. And you can beat it. Beat it. Speed mana. And that's this game, so I hope you enjoyed this PvP, and we got probably time for another game, so we'll go ahead and do that. No supply block, because we build probes and pylons. I hate when people do this. It's okay. He doesn't have another Nexus, so... Just kill his buildings, force him out. Good game! And we maintain our 100% win record like we did in the Zerg, tutorial, and we'll get with another game. And that is a Silver League player. So we're advancing up nice and fast now. So let's go ahead and play our last game of today's session, and we'll close up part 1 for you guys. I hope you've been enjoying it so far. Tell your friends about the tutorial. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you are already, thank you very much. I'm trying to build it. With awesome content for you nerds. It's actually not a bad manner to call people nerds, because I'm a nerd too, so we're nerds together. So don't worry, guys. Alright, let's go ahead and play this final game. And it is a Zerg opponent once again, so, excuse me, very focused in Zerg and Protoss in this part 1. And part 2, I'm sure we'll come across Terran players. Alright, let's go ahead and play this game again. So, repeating the first and second game, we're going to build that pylon on 9 supply on the edge of the ramp. And then we're just going to go ahead, scout with it. 12 gateway, single chrono boost, then another one after the gateway is completed. Double gas after the cyber core, of course. One before, one after. And then we're going to go for the zealot. So, always second gas before the zealot. If you see an early spawning pool first, then build the zealot first, because obviously you need a wall in faster, so... Excuse me. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull now at 75. A bit of a smaller distances between Nexus and ramp. So let's go scout across here. Just hotkey this scouting probe to 1, and then just be like 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, and it makes you look really fast when actually I'm really slow. So alright, so chrono boost as soon as the pylon finishes. And then queue this 12th probe up, and then we'll build that pylon. So he is over here because there's the Overlord, and we'll be able to see what exactly... Oh, did I miss rally here? So we'll be able to see what's going on over here straight away, so pretty cool. Let's go ahead and build that gateway. Nothing yet, so we'll just pull out again. I don't want to focus too much on scouting, so we'll just pull out. We go back in a few seconds. What is wrong with this guy? He doesn't want to work. Alright, so second chrono boost now. And if he follows us, great. Fine, whatever. Whatever, dude. Alright, gas can be taken at 75 minerals now, so voila. He's followed us all the way, so it's just mineral click back in. The reason why we mineral click is so that we go through the drone, sorry, and ignore and don't bump into him, just straight past. So we'll go ahead and just queue up another probe, and then we will build the last remaining pylon. And then cybercore next, so into gas, 1, 2, and a third, then another probe, and then we see the spawning pool. Kind of fast. I'm just going to play safe and build the zealot before the second gas this time. And we'll go ahead and we'll just hide this probe, and I'll show you where we're going to hide it in a minute, and why. Go ahead and build the zealot next, and then the second gas, so. Because his spawning pool's finished, he's building links right now. If we build the gas, then the zealot, it delays it a little bit, so. There we go. We're going to hide this probe here. And I'll explain that now just as we build the gas. The reason why we're hiding the probe down there is because we always hide where his 4th base can potentially be. The reason for that is, 3rd base is pretty much going to be here. The 4th base is either going to be here, here, or here. And we can always use that probe there to build the pylon, like we did in the first game, and then warp in from it, scout from it, and so on and so on. So it's always handy to have. Make sure that's on hold position. So hold position that guy up and get these guys into gas. And then we need one more pylon before we go ahead and celebrate the fact that we need 2 extra gateways. So let's go ahead and get that sentry. Chrono boost only into the cybercore now. Probe is hidden. So very shortly, when this pylon finishes, we can get ready to add those extra gateways. Stretch. Ooh. Alright, chrono boost, another sentry. Well, actually, not another sentry, we'll get the gateways down first. So 1, 2, shift click back, then the sentry, yeah. And then let's go just chase this overlord out, probably kill it. Sentry DPS, very small. Alright, so chrono boost in here again, and then we're actually going to build the pylon this side. I like to build this here. And then we go scout now, and we can use that pylon to help scout later. Alright, we're not going to follow the overlord out, we'll just kill it after, because we want to be safe. We don't want to just risk having, or being swarmed, sorry. So, we don't need a chrono boost that cybercore right now. Oh, we can actually, because we'll get hallucination straight away. We can pretty much get ready to move down. So, has he expanded? Yes, there's the creep, there's a queen as well. And let's just go in and check the gas. Second queen. Gas is at basically 108 have been gas, that's just speed. So let's go ahead and warp gate now, and we can move down. Chrono boost is at the hallucination one more time, and let's go ahead and expand. Nice and safe. So expand, and then we can warp in and then basically build the... oh, whoopsie daisy. Then build that pylon, sorry. Keep that pro production up. So, yeah, excellent. And then let's build, get these on hotkey 1, of course, so you can instantly react to anything. And then in a second, we're going to press C, then X, and build that hallucinated phoenix. CX, and then we're going to get some more scouting information. Has he got a roach warren down? Has he gone on layer? Has he thrown an evolution chamber down? And we just continue to build probes. Chrono boost in there now because we're nice and safe. Get that forge. Let's see what's going on over here then. So spine crawler for no reason. Great. Oh, that's fine. We've got enough stuff. Roach warren. Okay, no layer roach warren. Okay, cool. So he can build roaches early on, so we're definitely not pushing out at all. So we just sit tight. And we can get ready to chrono boost the forge. We can add the robotics facility now as well. It's fine. So forge is about to finish. We don't have chrono boost yet, but that's fine. And we can also go ahead and just use this guy to build a cannon. Be safe. Always, always, always wear a cannon. So let's go ahead and chrono boost this now. And that'll keep us a good wall in too. We can warp in a few units too because we are a little bit low on that side. Transfer a little bit late, but let's grab these guys a little bit less. That's fine because we have a lot of probes because we chrono boosted. So it'll be split on like a 50-50 ratio-ish. Just about. Alright, so let's go ahead and CX again. CX, Scout, chrono boost the forge again shortly. And we can get Twilight Cancel on 50%. We'll just get Blink rather fast again. So let's go ahead and scout. Maybe build a pylon here to wall the back off. There's fine. Let's have a look. Oh, what is this? Third base, so we'll push out soon. Yeah, third base. Cool. Let's go check his... oh, want that observer out? Yeah, that's third base. Twilight Cancel, pylon, roach warren layer. Excellent. So we will just add on Blink shortly, and then we'll push out soon. We'll get a couple of gateways in a few seconds too. Double gas first, and a few more gateways. Chrono boost that in a second. We can actually pull the guys to the front now, to be honest. We've got more than enough. We don't need to be in a defensive stance. We get another observer too. Always 2 observers against Terran as well. Scout his tech and scout his army position. Right, into the gas we go. 1, 2, 3. That's fine. Oh, a little bit low. That's almost timed out perfectly. Get Blink as well. So if he goes for Hydras, what do? Throw down the Colossus or Robotics Bay. If he goes... Well, what happened here? If he goes... Okay, a lot of Russian Link, a lot of units. So right now we're just going to pull back a little bit. Because he's probably expecting an attack. So we're not going to attack, simply. And we can just keep tabs on his army. So use this observer. And just keep building up. Nice and safe. Extra gateways we forgot to do. So we'll do that now. 1, 2, and 3. And then we'll look to expand soon. Nice and safe. We've got a lot of force fields. We've got Stalkers being added on now in a few seconds. We just had to add on that production, didn't we? So upgrade is going good. Let's check his. Where's he gone? I don't think he came forward. Yeah, he's back. So 0, 0, 0, 0. Great. We can get ready to expand soon, but we have to move out with all 6 gateways. You can even add an Immortal on, to be honest. If he's gone Roach Link, that's actually great to do so. So Chrono Boost both out. And let's get ready to take this 5th base. And we have to take it on tiptoes, basically, because he has quite a few units out. We will build another Hallucinated Phoenix, though. We have to move with our units, too. And I think, yeah, see, he's moving on the minimap, and there's a lot of roaches now. So we have to be whooping in a lot of Stalkers, get these gateways coming, get that Immortal out. A lot more roaches. So it seems like... Oh, okay, he found that. Okay, no problem. But he's got a lot of units, and that tells me he doesn't have that good of economy. We didn't build a pylon there, how silly. 2 pylons there and there. And still no upgrades, which is really good for us, of course. And we've got an Immortal in now. Probably get another one too, so didn't hotkey my robotics. Oh, Hydras too, so definitely robotics bay. A couple of pylons. I wouldn't have been pylon blocked if these had finished. Alright, so let's get ready to cannon up straight away. And sit tight here. Get +3 as well. And cannon up straight away, because we have to hold this 3rd base no matter what. He can't kill it. So you can just build like 1, 2 cannons there and another cannon there. And even though we wasted, well, not really wasted, we used money on cannons there, it's great, you know, we have to, so. Upgrades are going to help us a lot in this fight, so. Let's go ahead and hallucinate another Phoenix to keep tabs on his 4th base, which may even be coming down soon. But our end goal here is to take a fight at 200-200, really. We don't want to fight anything less, because that's when the Swarm wins, so. This base got up, so we can transfer a good amount, very, very healthy. And no 4th base there. We'll check the gold now, we'll open some more units, and get that Colossus pumping out next. Just check the bottom as well. Maybe even send a Zealot into here, and everything's going good. So let's get that Colossus out now, Thermalites too. Oop. Yeah, that's good. He hasn't taken a 4th base yet, so we're great right now. Production's looking good. Oh, actually, it's not on that high, so we'll add on some more stuff actually. Can add from here, and down here. I forgot about adding on production over this base, but it's okay. Okay. Okay, 1-1 upgrades, no 4th base, because this is what that Zealot was there for, so it's great for us. Some Zealots, because we got to tank a little bit. +3's almost done. Colossus, another Colossus straight away, please. Need to. He may have teched to Hive, so let's go find out. So Phoenix, straight into his base, and then we're actually going to build another one. So to check for 4th base every expansion now, because he should be expanding to a new base by now. The problem he's making is not engaging us before we're ready to fight, which we're not really ready to fight. Now I want to be at 3-3. I want to have a million Colossus and everything. So no Hive, no 4th base. I don't think yet. So this is fine. There's his army. That's fine. Our other Phoenix is checking for another base. So, and very shortly we're going to push the middle, and we're going to take this area. And we're just going to go ahead and win the game from there. So let's go ahead and get our army ready, because we're at 171. In a few seconds, we're going to have all these extra gateways. And we're also going to be able to just remake in a few seconds. So more gateways. The last few units be made, and then we'll go fight. So okay, so there we go, 191. Maybe squeeze a few more out if we have money. Maybe just sentries. And we're at +3, so this is the time we're going to move out now. Bring a probe, and we're just going to sit tight here. What we don't have is an observer, because we lost them, so. But that's okay. We'll just sit tight for now. Focus on upgrades. Oh, whoa. Didn't look at that, but that's okay. We still have a lot. We can continue to warp in. And that's why we obviously need an observer, but that's okay. Force fields always win this for us all day long. And plus our upgrades are at 3-0. He's at 2-1, so. Continue to warp in Stalkers, and Stalkers are your best friends. And he's trying to take that base we're trying to take, so. Where's that observer coming? Okay, cool. So we don't want to go in at 163, just back up. Back up, man. Back up! And just remax out, basically. We don't need any more probes, so. We lost a lot of Zealots there, so let's just remaking Zealots all the way back up. Oh, get that +2 I'm actually building, and we're basically there now. I mean, we can build 2 more units. Observers with us now as well, and let's just go and get the Zealots at the front, of course. And this is the time where we will take that 4th base of ours, and we can look to fight. We're at great upgrades. We have to take a 4th base because our main is mined out. So the thing is, we scouted he wasn't at Hive, so it wasn't a rush to attack him or anything, and we're gonna fight up here for sure. So let's just build a probe here and maybe here. Oh no, actually maybe not. So we just look for a good engagement, probably in a very sealed and tight area. Like here's great, and we can force field. Not really MC force fields, but you know what. And I'm not scared about those overlords because he doesn't have enough gas. He's only on 3 base from what we've scouted, so. And even though he's tearing through us, our economy is just so superior that it doesn't matter. And we can basically, build a base there in a few seconds. And we just got so many Stalkers, man. Go through again, continue with that +2 upgrades, and GG. Alright, good game. Let's have a look at this guy's rank, because he wasn't terrible. Oh. Upgrades. Achievements. Alright, so silver. Let's have a quick look. So he's rank 15 in silver, so we've gone from bottom of bronze to middle silver so far. But that is it for part 1 of the Protoss tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please sub, tell your friends about it, retweet all this crazy stuff, and also prepare yourself for part 2, which will be coming very, very shortly. But thank you very much, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.